Alright, this is going to be a video of this 42-inch Hampton Bay brand Spolleto ceiling fan that I got at my local Habitat Restore. I got it because I'm actually a volunteer there, and for those who don't know, what I do for them is refurbish ceiling fans that receive better nation and make them more sellable and run better than how they previously came in. Now, just for anyone who is wondering, Hampton Bay is a Home Depot brand that makes all kinds of furnishings for around the house, but mainly focuses on fans and lighting. To actually make the fans for them, it shows various different manufacturers over different periods of time. This one, just like a lot of their newer models, is made by Aircool. And before I actually get to demonstrating it here, I thought I might as well point out that the fan is remote controlled, and this is how it's going to be operated. I'm going to begin with showing the light kit here. As you can see, this does work. And I'm using three 25-watt candelabra base incandescent bulbs in there. And I would have used a higher wattage, however I didn't have three matching 40 or 60-watt ones. So it's going to have to be 25 for now. And I'll show the dimmer here. It's pretty much as dim as it can go. Back up to full brightness. And shut that off. Now for the fan itself, starting out with the very highest speed. And judging by the white piece of tape I put on one of the blade brackets, I say this is probably going to spin at around maybe 175 to 180 RPM. It really isn't the fastest fan in the world, but it does push a very good amount of air for its size, due to the blade pitch being quite large. Now you might notice that the fan does wobble a little bit, and this is really not something I can correct due to one of the blade brackets being bent, and the blade brackets are actually made out of a really sturdy and rigid metal, so if I were to try and bend them back, I would actually risk breaking them, which is not something I'd want to attempt. Next, for medium, this is going to slow down to around 125, maybe 130 RPM, close to there. And lastly, for the low speed, which I'll show with the fan and light on running simultaneously here. This is going to go at around 65 to 70 RPM. Anyway, I'll turn that off now. And I'm going to be discussing some general information on the fan. I believe this actually was a display model at Home Depot previously, because I know the Spolleto got recently discontinued, as I've not seen it at Home Depot the last little while. Now, the Spolleto actually features two sets of blades. One of them, which is on here right now, is reversible from black to silver, and I'll touch on that a little bit more later. And the other one was reversible from maple to walnut, I believe it was. The fan actually showed both sets of blades on there, proving that it was a display model and didn't actually come out of someone's home. Last but not least, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of the fan and what I would rank it out of 5 stars, beginning with the pros. First of all, it's a very unique looking fan, definitely very contemporary, has a funky red globe to it, and just like the different blade sets, it's actually included 2 different globes. This red swirl one and just a plain alabaster one. As you can see, it's featured with the red swirl, and in person it actually gives quite a cool effect when it's illuminated, which isn't fully demonstrated on camera. As for the blades, the set you're looking at now is reversible from silver to black, as you can see on the other side here. I'm using the silver side as I think it looks much better with silver than it does black, especially with this globe. But I guess black would be good too, to match your decor. Also, the fan is very well built. It uses a fairly powerful motor. Even though I believe it's only a 153 by 13, it isn't actually that large. It does move surprisingly fast for its size, and definitely pushes a decent amount of air. What I don't like, however, is there's really no way to control the fan via pull chain. So if the remote control were to fail, you're pretty much just stuck, with a broken fan. And also, I did find some of the metal parts to be slightly flimsier than other air-cooled models, but it's still a very good fan for a Hampton Bay, and I'd probably have to give it 4 out of 5 stars. Overall, I would recommend these if you can actually find them. Definitely decent for today's standards. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and there's lots more to come.